I wanted to make a video today to talk about Mitt Romney, who is a very handsome man who is currently running for president, and you probably haven't heard of him if you don't live in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, Iowa, or Utah, because those are the only states that he has any support in at this point. But yesterday in Iowa, he released a new ad on the radio, a 60-second spot, pretty much saying, that he would go to extraordinary lengths to protect marriage. And by protect marriage, he means to limit marriage to a man and a woman. He hasn't come out and said if he will limit marriage to a man and one woman or not, but that might piss off some of his supporters in some of those states that I mentioned, so he might not do that. But people have been calling him a flip-flopper, mainly because of the letter he wrote to when he was running for Senate to the log cabin Republicans. Then he said, and I quote, "If we are to achieve the goals we share, we must make equality for gays and lesbians a mainstream concern. My opponent cannot do this. I can and I will." So, people said that sounds to them like Mitt Romney was, back when he ran for Senate, supporting gay rights. And I think that's, you're just taking the man, you're reading the words that he's written with his hand, and you're putting them in his mouth. And that's just not fair. Mitt Romney doesn't like anything in his mouth. For sure. And this is a man who has, throughout his life, done whatever was politically necessary to win. And this isn't a flip-flop to go from loving gay people to hating gay people. It's not a flip-flop. It's more of a shameless attempt to get votes. So I think that we shouldn't label him as a flip-flopper, and we should really focus more on his other shameless things that he's done, and the fact that he has, for the most of his life, been a huge supporter of this traditional family values. And by most of his life, I mean in the last few months, since he started running for president. So so that's pretty much it. Love you, Mitt. Totally am with you. And Giuliani Romney 2008, baby. Thanks.